Okay. Now, what is conversational AI? Okay. What do we actually mean when we say conversational AI? It is basically the application of modern technologies which use language as a primary interface, whether it is in voice or text. And using this as an interface, we manage to create personalized experiences for customer. We can improve operational efficiencies, and we can do it at scale. That is what conversational AI as a technology today is able to do and make a difference in today's world. Or, in other words, as I said, you know, computers and devices are increasingly getting better at understanding the language that we all speak. It was always been, the binary which the machines understand. Today, thanks to the onset of devices like, Alexa or OK Google or anything of that sort, all these devices have made it easy for us to communicate with the machines and our devices in our own language. And they're getting better every day at this. So that is exactly the fundamentals of conversational AI technology. So we are confident that very soon we'll be seeing conversations, whether it is in text or voice, as primary ways of providing and consuming services between customers and businesses. It is not far. Many organizations and enterprises have already been doing it, but we strongly believe this will be the front runner and it will be the primary way in which customers would like to consume their services from these enterprises. So there are interesting possibilities ahead. We as humans love to talk and nudge. We love to have a conversation. We love to express ourselves through words. Okay, we would soon be able to have engaging and informed conversations with machines as well, and this is going to have an important impact, very profound impact on the way we are able to run commerce or make business, grow revenues, be it whatever, or just connect with customers. So this is going to be the future, and is going to create a lot of avenues and possibilities and innovations in this space. Okay, now that we understand about what CI is, why is there a hype about it? I mean, I don't see any organization around without such a hype or without an adoption in CI. So why is there this hype? Okay, I will categorize this into three particular buckets. There are few key drivers that are pushing and making CI much, much popular than what it was a few years ago. The first one are the behavioral drivers. As we already told you, humans love to have conversations. We love to express ourselves through words. Okay. And that is reflected in messaging being the number one digital activity in the planet today. If messaging is the number one digital activity, then language has to be the backbone of any user experience. And today, increasingly, users are comfortable and prefer chatting in a virtual medium than to go walk across to an organization or go into a store and get their problems resolved. And we can see these habits, there is a lot of corroboration with the habits that we see. Voice search is growing exponentially across demographics. 70 So there are some interesting statistics I thought I should share. 71% of consumers conduct queries on voice instead of typing. This is as of 2021. 40% of the US population use voice search. This is a huge number. 40% of a particular demographic is able to use voice search itself is a fantastic adoption. 51% of the online shoppers, they prefer to use voice when they want to research about a product. And 72% of the US consumers use voice search through digital assistants, just not directly, but they use the digital assistants on their devices. And just not English. It's just not limited to the English, but any regional language, be it Spanish, be it French, or be it any language. Today, the technology is quite mature and advanced that we are able to do voice search in our own languages beyond English too. Again, what are the technology drivers, pushing the hype for conversational AI? Okay, the underlying technology are basically natural language processing, and the NLP, as we call it, and AI
Are we
has
like
reached a point
getting
of
ready to
maturity and
go?
affordability. Sorry, did somebody say something?
What's the game plan? Are we getting ready?
I think everybody's kind of getting around.
I
What
guess
what's
somebody's
the game?
mic is on. Is somebody trying to convey something? Okay, I'll continue. So, as I was saying, the natural language processing and AI, artificial intelligence, they have become come to a point of maturity and affordability. Earlier, this technology of NLP and AI was probably within the reach of these big corporations. Probably the top 500 companies or Fortune 500 companies. But today, the scale and technology has become so mature that it's affordable that even end consumers can access it and use it. So consistently, we are seeing there is a shift from the being a mobile first generation to a AI first generation. Consumption is happening from being a mobile first to an AI first. And with the exponential growth in terms of smartphones and bandwidth and social media, the internet bandwidth, the social media platforms, there are a lot of mobile moments which we thrive on. Okay, we will discuss on this in the coming slides as well. And there is no friction in communication any longer. Okay, we are able to communicate and message, and messaging is enriched just not with our text. We are able to enrich it with documents, pictures, locations, videos, whatnot. So technology is at such a mature stage that it is driving conversational AI into a different platform altogether. And how good is accuracy? This is a common question we keep getting when we discuss with our customers. Yeah, you keep talking about voice, text, and all that, but how good are the machines at understanding this? Microsoft hits a speech error rate of milestone of 5.1%. This is as close as human comprehension levels. There are cases where even human communication and conversations have even a little higher error rates. So today technology is that close to being at human levels that the accuracy is so good that there is adoption and growth at an exponential scale. This has opened a lot of things. There's, as we call it, we are calling this the evolution of new omni channels. Earlier the interaction, service or commerce was conducted only through devices, be it a web app or mobile app or a website. It was only limited to these kind of devices. But today the opportunities are immense. I can conduct commerce over voice through collaboration tools like Microsoft Teams. I can do it through WhatsApp. I can do it through bots. You want to do it through a simple SMS. We are able to do it today. Thanks to conversational AI's evolution. What is the third driver, which is primarily driving conversational AI? I would call it the customer expectation. Today, the way we conduct our life and our busy and a life where we try to grab attention, when so many brands are vying for customers' attention, the customer's attention is quite distracted and it is very narrow. In such case, the customer, try to execute their life and their work in terms of micro tasks. They want the ability to get done multiple independent tasks. I just want to pay a bill. Hey, I forgot to pay my bill today. How do I do it? I got to book a ticket for this concert. Let me order a pizza for lunch. I want to pay my premium, insurance premium. How do I do it? These are all the micro tasks we come across every day. Further, thanks to the onset of their search habit and the online search through Google or Bing or whatever that is, we are always in the lookout for momentary information needs. Our tolerance for waiting for information is getting narrower and narrower. Okay, the intent to get in access is we want it immediately. I want to know when is my premium due, when is my account balance. I just want that information right now. I don't have the patience to go open a website, do a login, then go to the tab and start looking for it. Hyper personalization. Today, the need to stand out is more than it was any time before in the history. Okay, people like everything personalized, and brands are finding out creative and innovative ways on how can I customize my service to each individual customers. And the customers today are prefer the do it yourself mindset. They are not okay to just buy something off the shelf or keep being dependent on somebody. They are today in the do it yourself mindset, and customers are increasingly embracing the self service. All of these things are adding to the growth or the hype, as I put it earlier, for the conversational AI. So how this? So we say this conversational AI revolution has arrived. So I'm just trying to put it in a infographic on how this has changed over time. The need earlier was to just access information over the internet, and we use technologies like web or e-commerce, and we use simpler channels. Then we wanted it in our hand, the mobility, availability. We started going into the app ecosystem, responsive web APIs, and whatnot. Today, the requirement is for immediacy, intent. It should be personalized. And I need not keep telling the context of what I'm trying to look for to the person again and again. Today, I want my interfaces to know what I look for, and they should understand my context. That's where the onset of natural language understanding, artificial intelligence, conversational AI, smart speakers, all these have started growing and exponentially growing. And the adoption is also phenomenal.